big portion of what it was that we had to go through with this was to figure out where the community meaning Kenosha County, where it was in terms of readiness. Were we ready in Wisconsin to acknowledge that we even had an issue or a problem with this? And if there were a problem, which most people would grant, to what degree do we have a problem? And the frustrating thing about that was some profound ambivalence and a pretty healthy dose of apathy within the community itself. So we had to increase awareness with the initial setback that we ran into. You might assume at face value that, for example, every day we read in the paper, we read on websites, we see on television about multiple offenders, OWI offenders. And it occurred to me when I talked to some of these community groups or parent groups, I always ask the question, and I say, well, when you read about a 21 or 22 or 23-year-old who's had their third or fourth OWI, did it ever occur to you when that person started drinking? Statistically, it was not on their 21st birthday. Statistically, it is likely that they started at about 12 and a half years old. When we read about or hear about, or maybe somebody in our family suffers from alcoholism, for example, with that, a person who starts drinking in their mid-teens is 4 to 5 times more likely to be diagnosed as clinically alcoholic later in their life. So one of the setbacks, if you will, was through our initial community assessments, and this involved community forums, this involved focus groups, this involved talking to youth. We did our legwork with this. And it was finding the collective community shrug throughout Kenosha County that it just wasn't on the radar. That surprised us because, as I said, at face value you might see the merit with this, but in our view, we really had to shake the tree with this.